Hi everyone, my name is Parul. Welcome to my channel Parul English Lab. Today I'm going to tell you some of the common phrasal verbs with put. So let's start our today's video. Phrasal verbs. I have made quite a few videos on phrasal verbs. What are phrasal verbs, different types of phrasal verbs. So if you don't know about it, then I will mention the link in description box. You can watch it. Just to give you a little idea about phrasal verbs, phrasal verb is a verb plus a preposition. For example, look for, look into, get on, get off, pick up, etc. There are two types of phrasal verbs, separable and inseparable. Inseparable phrasal verbs are the verbs that can't be separated. They always come together. And separable phrasal verbs are the verbs that can come together or that can be separated. For example, pick up. Now, if you frame a sentence like, I have to pick up my daughter, that is correct. And I have to pick my daughter up. So they both are correct. It is up to you how you want to construct the sentence. But while using a separable phrasal verb, you have to keep one thing in mind, that if there is a pronoun, then it has to come in the middle of the phrasal verb. For example, if you are using daughter, then daughter is a noun, so it can come after the phrasal verb, like I have to pick up my daughter, or in the middle of the phrasal verb, I have to pick my daughter up. They both are correct. But if you are using her in place of daughter, then it has to come in the middle, like I have to pick her up. I have to pick her up. You cannot frame it like I have to pick up her. That is incorrect. So you just have to keep this thing in mind, that while using a pronoun with an inseparable phrasal verb, then pronoun will always come in the middle of it. It cannot come after the phrasal verb. So here I have given you a little idea about phrasal verbs. If you want to know them in detail, then you have to watch the introductory video of phrasal verbs. I will mention the link in description box. So if you haven't watched it yet, then you can watch it. Now let's learn some common phrasal verbs with put. First is put across. Put across means to express or convey something clearly so that people understand that. For example, James put across his idea well. This means that he expresses his idea well, or he conveys his idea well. She couldn't put herself across well in the interview. You cannot frame it like she couldn't put across herself well in the interview. That's incorrect. So because it is a pronoun. So whenever there's a pronoun, whenever you are using a pronoun with a separable phrasal verb, then it has to come in the middle of the phrasal verb, not after it. Now you must be thinking that how will you get to know whether a phrasal verb is a separable or inseparable? So don't worry, that comes with practice. The more you practice, the more understanding you will have about phrasal verbs. So it can only be learned through practice. So practice more. We haven't understood what you are trying to put across. So we are not able to understand what you are trying to convey, what you are trying to put across. Next phrasal verb is put on. Put on has different meanings. So first meaning is to wear something. Put on means to wear something. For example, put on your coat. It's really freezing outside. So put on your coat. Wear your coat. He forgot to put on his shoes. I'm busy right now. What are you doing? I'm putting on my makeup right now. I'm putting on my makeup. So this way you can use put on, which means to wear something. Put on is also used for a video or a CD, so that you can watch it later or listen to it later. For example, please put the CD on, I want to watch the movie. Or please put on the CD, I want to watch the movie. So this means please play the CD. Should I put on some music? We are getting bored. Should I put on some music? Put on is also used for weight gain or when you become fatter. For example, you have put on a lot of weight. What happened to you? You have put on a lot of weight. This means that you have gained a lot of weight. I have put on 5 kgs in last month. Put on is also used to pass the telephone to someone. Please wait, I'll put Max on. So that means I am going to transfer the line to him, or I'm going to pass the phone to Max. Put on is also used to say what medical treatment someone should have. For example, he was put on a vegan diet because his blood reports were really bad. He was put on a vegan diet. The doctor put him on antibiotics. So this way we use put on in different ways in different sentences. Now let's move on to the next phrasal verb with put. Next phrasal verb is put off. Put off means to delay something or to postpone something. For example, the meeting has been put off for a week. So this means the meeting has been postponed for a week. They had to put off the wedding until next month because of some family problem. Can we put off this discussion until next week? You can't put off going to the dentist. You have been suffering from severe toothache for a month now. So it's high time. You have to go to the dentist. You can't put off going to the dentist anymore. You can't delay that. So this way we can use put off. Next phrasal verb with put is put up. Put up also has different meanings. It can be used in different sentences. So first meaning is to build something like a wall or house, etc. For example, Max is putting up a fence. That means he is building a fence. Max is putting up a fence. They are putting up a new house. That area is closed because a new school is being put up there. So this way you can use put up. Now next meaning of put up is to stay for a short time in a place that is not your home. Now let's look at some examples. Where are you putting up these days? We are putting up at a small hotel. Next meaning of put up is put up your hand. We use it with hand. Put up your hand means raise your hand. When you raise your hand to answer a question or when you want to ask something. For example, please put up your hand if you know the answer. This means please raise your hand if you know the answer. Put up your hand if you want to go for a picnic. Next meaning of put up is to fix something like a poster, notice, a picture, etc. on an upright structure like a wall. For example, could you put up a poster there? She has put up a notice about the assembly. Next phrasal verb is put up with. Put up with means to continue in a situation that you don't like, to tolerate something or to endure something. For example, I'm leaving because I cannot put up with your nonsense anymore. So this means I'm leaving because I cannot tolerate your nonsense anymore. I cannot put up with your nonsense anymore. She is tired of her job, but she has to put up with it because she needs money. She cannot leave her job. Next phrasal verb is put away. Put away has two meanings. First is to keep something in a safe place. For example, he put away the money for his wedding. And the second meaning of put away is to keep someone in the prison or a mental hospital. For example, he is really sick. He should be put away for some time. This means that he should be sent to the mental hospital for some time. Next phrasal verb is put in. It has three different meanings. So first meaning is to spend a particular amount of time or to make a particular amount of effort to do something. For example, I have put in a lot in this project. I can't leave it now because I have put in a lot in this project. So this means that I have given a lot of time and effort to this project. Now I can't leave it. I have put in a lot in this project. Now they have put in more hours at the office because the appraisal is approaching, and that's why they have started put in more hours at the office. Next meaning is when you put in a remark, that means you interrupt someone. She is a nice person. James put in. So this means that James interrupted. James put in a remark. She's a nice person. When someone is saying something and you interrupt. They must have planned something against us. Max put in anxiously. So Max interrupted anxiously that they must have planned something against us. Next meaning is when a ship puts in or puts into a port, maybe for a short period of time. we are going to put in after 2 hours. So this means that after 2 hours, our ship will put into the port. Next phrasal verb is put in for. So put in for means to request something or to ask for something formally. Max puts in for a leave. So this means that he formally requests for a leave. She is putting in for a job. So this way we use put in different ways in different sentences. Now next phrasal verb is put down. Put down means to criticize someone, especially when you are in a public area or when you are with people. For example, he always puts me down. This means he always criticizes me or he always insults me. He always puts me down. She tries to put herself down, but actually she is very intelligent. So this means when she is in public, she tries to be ignorant, but actually she is really smart. She is not dumb. She tries to be dumb, but she is not. So she tries to put herself down, but actually she is really intelligent. And the last phrasal verb is put aside. Put aside has two meanings. First is to save time or money for future. For example, I have been putting aside some money for the vacation. This means I have been saving some money for the vacation. Please put aside some time for the meeting. Second meaning of putting aside is to stop worrying and thinking about something. For example, you should put aside your problems and focus on your exams. Your exams are approaching, so you should put aside your problems and focus on your exams. So stop thinking about your problems and focus on your exams. So that's all for today. These were some common phrasal verbs with put. Now please practice. You have understood the meaning of all the phrasal verbs, and I hope now you should be able to frame some sentences on your own. And please revise, keep practicing and speak as much as you can. Please like and subscribe to my channel Parul English Lab, and don't forget to press the bell icon for future notification. Thank you, take care, have a great day.